Adopt Me is removing Robux pets and changing how the gifts rotation actually works. This update is pretty big. The way that you go and get petware now is going and completely changing. And Adopt Me is deleting over 100 items. So what actually are these items that are going and getting deleted? Well, if you go and teleport to the petware accessory shop, Adopt Me is actually going and removing a lot of items, including items that were previously free, including the free pins. Adopt Me said, pin badges are leaving the game on Friday, so grab them whilst you can. These free pins, all of these three things right here are leaving the game, so if you haven't picked them up, it's literally a free item. You press it, and every single hour you can go and get a free pin. These things are leaving this Friday, so go and get them. It's literally free. I don't see them being that valuable. I believe also these ones are potentially leaving. Adopt Me just said free pins as a whole are completely leaving the game, so I would imagine that these ones are also gone. So if you want to go and collect one of every single one of these pins, go and grab them while you can. Again, you can claim these once per hour, and afterwards Adopt Me is going and removing the purchase of them being free. Maybe they'll charge you bucks for them in the future. Adopt Me is also fully changing how this system works, the whole gift system, and actually it's kind of impressive. I'm kind of happy with what they're going and doing. So Adopt Me is changing how this works. Obviously, it says right here that there are new items in, what does that say? 22 hours and 53 minutes for these petware. Well, Adopt Me is changing that from the 24-hour rotation into a rotation that will swap every single 10 minutes. Interesting. So instead of these lasting multiple days, every single 10 minutes, all of these things will go and swap. It says there is a chance of an item appearing being based on its rarity. So that means basically there is a chance you will be able to go and buy an animated piece of petware from one of these things if you're lucky, and the odds of that happening are once in a month. This is what Adopt Me said. So what's happening? Well, all of these things are getting put off sale. You won't be able to go and get these anymore. We're getting a gifts rotation, I guess. Adopt Me said the new rotation will be all of the items that you can find in the chests. It will swap every 10 minutes, with the chances of the item appearing being based on the rarity. Commons are more likely to spawn, whereas legendary items may only appear every month. That way you can either put your faith in the luck of opening chests, or wait until the item you want appears in the rotation and only buy the items that you need. So hey, if you don't like going and gambling and waiting for the 0.5% odds of a legendary or 1.5% odds of a legendary, then I guess this is kind of good. So what that means is instead of going and having to open these things, you'll have a chance of going and buying those items. And hey, I just got a cat backpack, which is an ultra rare. That's actually a pretty decent ultra rare backpack to go and get. So they're going and changing that system. That's not the only thing they're going and doing. They're also apparently fully removing the Robux purchasable costume packs. I believe this thing is fully being left from the game. Adopt Me said the Game Pass outfits. This is a Game Pass outfit. So the pirate's costume is leaving the game. I mean, they've been around in the game for a very long time, I guess. So I guess these things are gonna go and increase in value. A pirate's costume, pirate hat and friend, pirate hat. Wow, one's a reskin of the other. What did that come from? So yeah, go and grab these before they leave the game. Again, these things are leaving on Friday, all variations of the Game Pass outfits. Now, Adopt Me, the main thing that you're probably curious about, is also going and removing UGC reward pets. Interesting. Adopt Me said, as you've probably noticed, for a long time we haven't been adding to our UGC store, meaning the reward pet has just become a fairly hidden Robux pet. On Friday, they're going to be going and removing the UGC stands. These right here are UGC stands, okay? You go up to it, you buy it, and it costs you real Robux. They're removing the reward pet along with it. The tri-horned treehopper will be hopping away and no longer available from Friday. So this little pet right here is leaving Adopt Me, meaning you won't be able to go and get this, and likelihood is Adopt Me's not going and bringing this feature back. Honestly, I'm kind of happy with that. Adopt Me's taking away a Robux exclusive alternative. That's great. A lot of people were kind of fed up spending like 500-ish Robux or so to go and get an exotic pet. I guess that means all of these pets are only going to go and increase in value even further though. I mean, some of them were quite fun pets, some of them are really exotic, hard to come across and stuff, but no longer will you go and get a reward if you go and buy a UGC items from this. So that's definitely interesting. Adobe did say in the teaser that there's going to be some new changes, but before you ask, it's not an egg this week. The fact that they said that it's not an egg this week is kind of a little bit of a tease. A little bit of a tease that maybe in the next upcoming couple of weeks, we're going to be getting an egg. Because they don't normally say, hey, we're not getting an egg this week, right? Like, how often would you go and say that if there wasn't some sort of egg coming soon, you know? It just seems a little bit random. All right, we got an uncommon. So basically, all of these things, you'd then be able to go and buy them instead of hoping to go and open them out of the chest. And every single 10 minutes, the items that you go and get out of the chest are then going to be swapped. Does it make sense? So I wonder how much it's going to cost, like, to go and get an animated one. Like, how much bucks would that cost? That's going to cost you a ton of bucks, right? It's going to be so much bucks. Adobe did say that there is 20 brand new toys and a new legendary vehicle to collect from Santa's gifts as well. And over 35 new items, a new legendary backpack, so that means the unicorn backpack is leaving, oh my goodness, and 4 new animated accessories. So I guess all of this is leaving as well, so if you don't have any of these things, it's going from that game. Adobe is literally doing a full-on swap out by going and swapping practically everything that is possible. So 20 brand new toys. I feel like they did the toys recently though, which is kind of random to me. Also, I don't know how I feel about this thing being here. It used to be right in the middle, but obviously because of the whole event thing going on right now, the sneak weasels, that's why that shop is over there currently. But as you may know, this thing is also obviously leaving the game. I mean, it says it's leaving the game in 3 days, so go and buy some of them before they go and leave the game. So we're going and getting 20 brand new toys, which means there is a new legendary vehicle, probably like 4 or 5 ultra rares. In total, Adopt.me is going and doing a massive haul. So if they're going and giving us 20 new toys, 35 new petware, so that's already 55 new items. That is kind of crazy. And then they're removing the UGC pet and changing the rotation. That's so much information. They also provided me with this information. They said 10 items are removing from the rotation permanently on sale, and they are these items. So a black purse you can permanently buy. Basically, it's not going to refresh every 10 minutes. It's going to be, you can buy it at whatever time. The yellow designer backpack, a pearl necklace, aviators, fancy top hat, a bowler, sunglasses, red collar, blue sneakers, and a neckerchief. These things are apparently permanently on sale, so you don't have to wait for the 10-minute refresh. If you're going to go and purchase any of these items, you can go and pick them up at any point. So definitely some interesting updates that Adopt.me's going and doing. We're getting a little bit of a tease about the brand new egg, which is very cool, because as I mentioned previously, we're going and getting an egg soon, and I feel like that just adds to the secrecy and the concept of it. Now, if you enjoyed this video, then you're gonna absolutely love to watch the video where I tour this massive house. It's one of the biggest, craziest One Piece houses with the most amount of detail possible. So if you enjoyed this video, go and press the button on the screen to go and check this video out, where I go and show my house and I go and see what do people go and offer for it, by going and pressing the button in the middle of the screen right now to go and check that video out next, and I hope to go and see you there. Bye.